Everyone, myself Rutuja Kotekar. In this video, we will learn about the Ackermann function. So, let us see what is meant by Ackermann function. In computability theory, the Ackermann function, named after Wilhelm Ackermann, is one of the simplest and earliest discovered example of a total computable function that is not primitive recursive. All primitive recursive functions are total and computable, but the Ackermann function illustrates that not all the total computable functions are primitive recursive. Then let's see what is the definition of Ackermann function. The Ackermann function, due to its definition in terms of extremely deep recursion, can be used as a benchmark of a compiler's ability to optimize recursion. The first published use of Ackermann's function in this way was in 1970 by Darboz Veda and almost simultaneously in 1971 by Engel Sandeblatt. Then let's see what is the history of Ackermann function. In the late 1920s, the mathematician Gabriel Sudden and Wilhelm Ackermann, student of David Hilbert, were studying the foundations of computation. Both Sudden and Ackermann are credited with discovering total computable function, termed simply recursive in some references that are not primitive recursive. Sudden published the lesser known Sudden function. Then, shortly afterward and independently in 1928, Ackermann published his function, the Greek letter pi. The Ackermann's three arguments function pi of m, n, p is defined such that for p is equal to 0, 1, 2, it reproduces the basic operations of addition, multiplication and exponentiation as pi of m, n, 0 is equal to m plus n. Pi of m, n, 1 is equal to m into n. Pi of m, n, 2 is equal to m to the power n. And for p is greater than 2, it extends these basic operations in a way that can be compared to the hyper operations. So then one common version, there are two elements. The two arguments Ackermann-Peter function is definition as follows for non-negative integers m and n. For m and n, we get three formulas. If m is equal to 0, a of m, n is equal to n plus 1. If m is greater than 0 and n is equal to 0, a of m, n is equal to a of m minus 1, 1. If m is greater than 0 and n is greater than 0, a of m, n is equal to a of m minus 1, a of m, n minus 1. So let us see one example of Ackermann function. This is the example of Ackermann function. Evaluate a of 1, 2 in the following function in the following way. Then we get third formula because of m and n is greater than 0. In first step, we use third condition of m is greater than 0 and n is greater than 0. In second step, we use second condition because of m is greater than 0 and n is equal to 0. In third step, we use first condition because of m is equal to 0 and then n plus 1. In fourth step, we use again first condition m is equal to 0 then n plus 1 because of a of 0, a of 0, 2. In fifth step, we use again first condition because we give a of 0, 3 and the final answer is 4. This is the example of Ackermann function. So we have completed this Ackermann function. So thank you.